Good morning, everybody. Hurricane Hal here live from Steinhatchee, Florida. We're right in the crosshairs of Hurricane Idalia, now a hurricane forecast to have rapid intensification and become a major hurricane before making landfall somewhere very close to here. I'm not far from Appalachee Bay. It's actually the most vulnerable place in America to storm surge. The concave shape of Appalachee Bay, the shallow water, it's all a perfect setup. 8 to 12 feet of surge was forecast on the last advisory, but if the intensification continues and the wind speeds continue to ramp up, we could see more storm surge than that. The latest advisory from the NHC this morning, expecting maximum sustained winds of 120 miles an hour. That would be a Cat 3 hurricane, but again, with rapid intensification, we have to be prepared in areas like this for Cat 4 winds. Y'all, even less than Category 1 winds, if you had sustained winds at least 58 miles an hour, you start to see a lot of tree falls, you start to see a lot of power outages. We're going to pan around here. You can see the Welcome to Steinhatchee sign, but check this out. This is a really interesting community, again, near Appalachee Bay. A lot of retirees came down here. You get the feel from different areas, a lot of small homes, but as we walk around here, check this out. One of the big stories when you get to this area, the Big Bend area of Florida, are the trees. You have tons of pine trees, tons of oak trees, and look at these homes. You know, you get a lot of these homes here that just have trees all around them and all over them. If you even get Cat 1 winds in an area like this, you're going to have a lot of catastrophic damage to homes from just trees going through them. Over the past hour and a half, driving down from Tallahassee through Perry to Steinhatchee, we're going down to Cedar Key. These areas are extremely wooded and a lot of small houses underneath canopies of trees. That's one of the concerns. If we see even upper tropical storm force winds, we're going to see a lot of tree falls. But what may happen in these areas, getting Category 2, 3, 4, Category 2 or 3 winds with a big storm surge, we're looking at a lot of damage in places like this. And you know, something that you get a feel for communities, you get a feel for what it's about. And sometimes you go to these beach locations where you have your $1 million mansions and things like that. That's not what this feels like here. This feels like people possibly on fixed income with a small house with a big tree over it. And that's my concern. And also, there was a 10-mile road just to get into this community lined with pine trees on both sides. Some of these communities can lose access for days and power for weeks. So this is a big deal, y'all. Idalia is going to have a big impact here on coastal Florida. Also, we were looking at Tallahassee. If Idalia takes the track towards the farther left side of the cone, we could see some big wind impacts, at least widespread power outages in places like Tallahassee. Just driving it through there last night, there's tons of trees all over there as well. What about Tampa, St. Pete? Again, we're looking at, in general, a 4 to 7 foot storm surge. Some of those tropical storm force winds can really push into Tampa, St. Pete, especially if the track is farther to the right. Again, there's some uncertainty in the track. Sometimes track is a little bit difficult to predict with these things. There's a lot of different moving parts. But y'all, I'm on the ground here, really in the impact zone. I'll be keeping you up to date. I think conditions here, I think Tampa area by mid to late afternoon, all your preparations to be done. Up here, I think, I'm again near the northern part of Appalachee Bay. I think conditions will really start deteriorating really after dinner tonight, especially after midnight. I think we'll get some really severe conditions. It's hard to say a landfall because the changing track location can really change the landfall time, but it looks like possibly a landfall pre-dawn or near dawn tomorrow. That's hard to say. Again, everyone really in this part of the state should be prepared for big impacts tonight. Again, we could see a Cat 3 hurricane, widespread winds, and widespread storm surge as well as compound flooding from heavy rain and storm surge. So just wanted to show you a little bit of the character of this place. Again, you know, we have a lot of trees in this part of the world, and you don't even need Category 2 or Category 3 winds to have a lot of tree falls. Even upper tropical storm force winds, you can get it. Y'all, if you have any questions, give me a shout out. Let me know what your questions are, what your concerns are. If you know of any folks, really, I would say from Tampa Metro up through here, it's a big concern. Even down by Tampa Metro, say a 4 to 7 foot storm surge, which is forecasted, that can produce some wider spread flooding than people realize. If you get a 6 foot surge, but you get 10 inches of rain, the water can pile up well beyond 6 feet. You know, I'll update you again this afternoon, and again through the night as conditions are deteriorating. I'll try to provide some live videos. Everyone stay safe wherever you are. Again, this is a very serious storm. Idalia now a hurricane, forecast to become Cat 3, but with rapid intensification, we got warm water, moist environment, and if the shear is low enough, I wouldn't doubt if it makes a run at Cat 4. Everyone have a good day. I'll be back with you this afternoon.